हेलो। कुछ नहीं है। हेलो। हेलो। हेलो, have you started the class? As I'm not able to hear you. Yeah?
Hello. Yeah, I think we are waiting for another person to join. Just give us 5 minutes.
Okay.
We haven't started this class yet. Yeah,
Okay.
give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
keeping you waiting. So I'm the trainer basically, so I take care of like I'll be starting the demo. We are expecting a couple of other students to join the session, but
Okay.
there's some technical problem that they didn't join. Probably we could start with our session. So to begin with,
Okay.
if you would just give me a brief introduction of what your experience and what do you expect out of the training session. That would be great.
Sorry?
To begin with, if you could give me a small introduction as to what your experience is or has been, and what do you expect out of ClickView, or what would you want to do with ClickView as well?
I have to. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, there's a kind of disturbance from the background. In the person.
1 second, I'll just check. Is it okay now?
Yeah, that's better now.
I'm Alpana Singh. I have total 7 years of experience in Oracle, and since in my last project I have worked on ClickView, so I know how to use it, but I have not worked done scripting kind of thing on that, as we were working as a third party. So the person who, the company who were providing the solution to the client didn't want to share their things because it was their proprietary tool. So didn't allow us much to do in that. In fact, they encrypted those scripts and all. So I just know how to use it, and like how to extract information and how to analyze on that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I was working since last 4 years. I was working as data analyst. So I felt ClickView is very much it will be good for me in my career.
Okay, that's good. Have you worked on any SQL scripting?
No.
Okay.
SQL scripting. Yeah, I use. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah,
Okay.
to begin with, this is my introduction. My name is Asra. I have 7+ years of experience in data warehousing and business intelligence. I've done a couple of implementations end to end. So BI, I majorly concentrate on ClickView. So last 4 or 5 years I've been continuously working on ClickView in various domains. So ClickView is a cross-domain, cross-industry kind of a solution. So that gives me opportunity to work for different domains and understand analytics. I started out as a data analyst only. So to be frank, I didn't start as a software engineer. Basically, I was more into analytics using Excel and VBA. Then I moved to business intelligence, where I was doing data warehousing for some time. Then various other tools like Cognos and Business Objects. Then ClickView, we moved to ClickView. Then I have been with ClickView. So SAP and ClickView are my two fortes in business intelligence. So that's a brief about my experience. To begin with, the traditional IT, traditional BI, that is nothing but the Oracle or Cognos or SAP Business Object. So IT is responsible for the data sources. So you get the end as a report. So like you yourself have been a data analyst. So you know that what max you could do is go to a tool, extract data, then manipulate it in Excel or do analysis. So generally, if you want to add on into the report, suppose you want some extra information, you'll again have to go back to the IT department, ask them to build it, and they come back after 2-3 months. Their analysis starts. So that was a challenge to a data analyst per se or a business user. So when I say data analyst, he is more of a business user. So as a business user, the challenge was there. So ClickView kind of tools came in. So ClickView was the first of its kind. It brought in a self-service BI option where the IT was majorly responsible for data governance. But the creation of reports or what data to use for analyze and everything is done by the ClickView developers, or in terms like if you refer it, the data analysts themselves. So because the tool is very simple to use, you can connect to the data sources. So you can ask IT help to make sure you have those right connections, you're able to get the data out. But at the front end, the users can just manipulate or work with selections and make their analysis more interactive. Plus, while doing development, the development is not done by any super IT person. It is basically done by data analysts who are like one step before the business users. Business users will be the CEO, CIO, who will just click and just see the data. But whoever builds that UI or the front end is the developer. So that's where ClickView got a real good market, and they have around 33,000 customers, or right now 35,000 customers across the globe. And they have, I mean, it's like from a smallest company to an enterprise level company. There's a lot of demand of jobs. Even now, if you go online, you'll find almost 5,000 to 10,000 jobs across the globe. And US alone is a big market for ClickView jobs. So that's the kind of change that ClickView has brought in. So this has been from 1993. People generally think ClickView is very new. It has been there from 1993. It was a local product, like it was just sold in European region for a couple of years. After 2000 decade, they started selling globally. Because the RAM and all became cheaper, the hardware was less expensive. So people started using ClickView, and from 2006, it got a rapid growth, and that growth is turned out to be 35,000 customers. So that's why you feel that, okay, ClickView is a new tool. No, it is not a new tool. It has been there for last 20 years. So it has been there, and it is a sustainable, it's like a tool which is now going to go for a couple of more years. The reason being, ClickView is continuously upgrading its product. So every year they release one new product. So last 2 years they did, but this year they have released another product. So the best part of ClickView is they don't ditch or they don't forget the old product. They enhance whatever is there. So whatever you learn today is not something that you will forget or you'll have to not use it. You'll continue. The core concepts remain the same. Only thing, new features keep adding to the application. The advantage is it is accessible on any mobile device. So there's not. So that's coming to the architecture. ClickView as such is a very simple to use tool. First is simplicity. It's like in every form. It's very simple for the business user to use it. You don't need a training. It is very kind of simple for the data analysts or the developers to develop it. It is very simple for an IT person to maintain it, and it is overall very simple to deploy the entire solution. So if you look at the overall solution, right? So these are your data. If these are your data sources, like ClickView can connect to any data source. So practically, it has it can connect to any data source available today in the market, be it Excel, be it flat file, be it any SQL generic databases, or for that matter of fact, even the big data databases that people are talking about or the market is moving towards. So it can connect to anything. Security is inbuilt, so you can integrate it to any existing security systems, and it will work fine with the existing things. To deploy ClickView, the main component of ClickView is the ClickView server. So this is the heart, the body, the mind, soul, everything of ClickView. What ClickView server does is, it's a software that is available. You install it on a hardware physical server. This ClickView server acts as a hosting machine. So you develop, as a developer, you develop ClickView files. So now we'll come to those ClickView files. Those ClickView files are called as QEW files. Now these QEW files are developed or designed. So you buy ClickView, you can have multiple QEWs in your company. So there's no limitation as to how many you can develop. So you develop a couple of them, you push them or you place them onto the ClickView server. So there is the server updates the file into the RAM of the server. So it's an in-memory tool. So the in-memory comes into the ClickView server RAM. So all the documents go into the RAM of the server. Now users connect to this server using the URL or the IP address of the server. So the URL is nothing but the masked IP address of the server. Users just go log into, suppose the company/bi.com. They give the user credentials, login, and they'll be able to access the applications that they have access for. So that's the user end. Now everything, all the hosting and all happens on the ClickView server. So that's the main component of the entire deployment in a company. The add-on to it is a ClickView publisher. it manages the server scheduling. So suppose you create one QEW file today, you updated data on your local machine, you put the file onto the ClickView server. Now every day the data has to be refreshed in the file, right? So that is what ClickView Publisher does. It enhances that refresh capabilities. It can send out emails. Publisher can send out emails. Publisher can also convert the screenshots, like in a ClickView application, like you have already used it. So you have those ClickView dashboards and all, right? Those can be converted into PDF reports and sent to different users based on their email IDs. So that is what Publisher does. So it's an add-on component. Both put together form a robust server architecture. Both are managed by a ClickView management console, which is a browser-based console. It's nothing installable or anything. It's just available when you install both of these. Now users can connect, like I said, it's a browser-based access for the user. They can connect through any device anywhere, be it on the laptop, be it on the mobile or any tablet. So they can be anywhere. So that's the whole, that's pretty much of the architecture. On the right hand side you see the developer. For the developer there is a desktop client. We'll discuss more about that. So that's where we develop and push the files onto the ClickView server. Am I too fast or are you able to follow me? Any questions?
This apps and all this comes under ClickView Sense, right?
No. It comes in ClickView only. The app is, for us, an application is a one QEW file. We'll discuss about that. Don't worry. So
Okay.
I'll explain more in depth. But you have any questions on this architecture or anything?
No. So far so good.
Okay. To the development life cycle of ClickView is basically, as a ClickView developer, right? You create content. So you create content is nothing but you create a QEW file. Now the QEW file you create it by connecting it to various data sources, various data files, bringing it into ClickView, doing the scripting, processing, then doing the UI, and you create one QEW file. You put the QEW file onto the server, and the publisher manages the jobs or refresh of data, reload of data, and publishes it to the access point on the server itself. So access point is a point where the users connect. Now the users consume content by connecting it to the access point through any device. Everything is taken care by the security, so there is no challenge in that. This is the overall mechanism or like a development life cycle of ClickView. Now this entire process of ClickView brings in three kinds of job roles. In a ClickView environment, there are three kinds of job roles. One is the IT team. IT team is basically involved in installation of ClickView, the data connections, managing the connections, managing the server and publish administration, making sure there is like enough RAM, there is enough hardware, there is enough details for it. Now the other two was developer and designer. So till date, developer and designer put together is called as a ClickView developer. Okay, but to make sure we specify perfect job roles, it is further split into a developer and a designer track. A developer is more with respect to like a person who can do scripting in ClickView. So creating data model, extracting data from various data sources, processing it. There's a lot of scripting that is involved. Everything that is in the backend, anything and everything to do with scripting and data model is the developer track. The designer is everything that has to be done on the UI, creating a chart, creating selection objects, creating graphs, creating expressions, calculations based on the business requirements. So these put together form one ClickView developer. So when they say they are looking for ClickView developers, they expect you to have expertise in both developer and designer. But there are exceptions wherein these big organizations, right, who have like deployed ClickView, or even the consulting organizations, what they have done is to utilize their existing talent. They have split these two tracks. What they do is they choose a person for developer track who has more experience in scripting, doing database administration, doing data modeling, those kind of talent like SQL scripting or ETL or database. Those people they train on developer track, and data analyst or business analyst, if I have to be specific, who interact with customers, understand the logic, who can create charts in Excel, create reports in Excel, all these things. These people are specifically trained on the designer part so that they can just understand what the business requirement is, build a report for the business user. But those are very like exceptional cases where both are split. In general, both of them are together. So our training is basically on developer and designer. So IT is a specifically separate training. We don't include it in developer designer because it's not really required for a developer to really do administration of the server. So it's a separate training. But this training that you are attending the demo for includes the entire developer and designer from the basic. So we'll almost cover 70% of the knowledge. So the rest 30% goes by your experience and practice, and then you can elevate yourself to the next level. The training curriculum looks like, suppose it looks like this. So the developer track, we do, like I said, we go from the basics. We look at how to connect to various data sources, how to bring in data, how to manipulate data, how like similar. In ClickView, the scripting is not very different. It's just modified SQL. So in SQL scripting, you might run into complex queries to do a certain task, but in ClickView, you get some keywords or functions that are like specific to ClickView, which will ease your like complex queries. So that way, it is modified SQL, much simpler than SQL, if I have to put it that way. So we can, that's why if you have some hang of SQL, it is great. So that way you can master the scripting immediately. So these are, scripting is typically 18 hours, and then the designer is around 10 hours. So basically, how do you design reports, charts, graphs, what are the properties, all those things. And there's a 2 hours of administration. What happens is, as a developer, once you create one ClickView file, right, as a project, you will create a QEW. So once you have completed the project, I would show you how to put that to a server and publish it. So that one small task is what part of administration will be covered under this training. Overall, it is a 30 hours training. The methodology is every day 1 hour, so that I demonstrate a couple of functions over here or a couple of topics. You go back for the rest of the day practice, and the next day if you have any doubts, you can clarify, or we move to the new topics. So this keeps it more interactive and gives you more time to practice and come back. So that's the methodology of the training. So the time can be like a little earlier than what today's time.
Excuse me. You are saying practice and then come back. Will I be given the system access or?
Okay, yeah, I'll come to that. So basically, that's the methodology of delivery. Now for the training, there are a few prerequisites. I mean, not prerequisites as in the requirements for the training. So, for training, you need, like I said, for developer, it's the ClickView desktop client. For any development activity in ClickView, you need the ClickView desktop client. It's a free edition. There is nothing but in ClickView terms, it is called as personal edition.
Personal, okay.
Yeah, personal edition. Okay. Personal edition is a full-fledged working edition. There is absolutely no difference between a licensed and a personal edition. The only limitation that ClickView has done is you will not be able to access a document created by other user. So that also creates a ground rule in our training that whatever I demonstrate, you have to create it yourself. But there are different methods of sharing script. Complex script, I can share it with you and demonstrate how to utilize it in your application. So don't worry about that. This is one thing required. For our training, what I do is I use the SQL server. So for whatever demonstrations, I use the SQL server. Now this server is also like a Express edition. So if I have to be precise, SQL Server Express. This is also a personal edition from Microsoft. So you can download this and install it on your computer. And this you can utilize for your, like not only for the training, for your future practice sessions also. So you can install Create Database, you can practice SQL on this, you can do anything. So it's like a personal edition database.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free. Right, it's free. It's a personal edition, like I said, it's free for your personal use.
Okay.
So for practice,
okay.
SQL, and we would be using a database called AdventureWorks. which is available again from Microsoft. It is a sample database. So you can install it on the Express Edition and do all your testing. You can write SQL queries. This database has a couple of schemas and couple of tables in it. So it has a full-fledged working database for our organization, for AdventureWorks. I'll share the links with you while we start the training, or you can just Google and download them. So these three things are the main things for our training. Meanwhile, during the training, I'll share some Excel files with some sample data to test or practice some specific topics in ClickView, which are not possible in this databases. So those things will be shared time and whenever the time is appropriate. So these are the few prerequisites, requirements of our training.
Okay.
The server, like I said, server and administration is a separate training, so you not really require a server to work. So ClickView is independent, so it's the developer does not at any point need a server access to do development. He can do the development on his local machine and put the file. Now coming back to ClickView, so let's see how many types of files are there. So in ClickView, there are a couple of file types. One is QEW, one is QED, QES, QEX. There are 4 file types only. So basically these are the only 4 file types in ClickView. There is no other file type. Now ClickView, the main file type is the QEW. This is what ClickView is all about. Anything you do it in ClickView. Whether you do scripting, you do the UI, you do it. Like if you are working with ClickView, you use a QEW. Now this QEW file type is the main file type, which will run, like you create everything. Now the final output that you create, right, is again the QEW file. Now this file is called as an app. App is nothing but an application, or we sometimes refer to as document. So you can have as many as QEWs with the script in it, with different UIs in it. So generally in an organization, when they purchase, they create different applications, one for finance, one for HR, one for operations, one for sales. So they create individual QEW. So it becomes one QEW for one function. So one app is what we refer to. So while doing development, you develop separately, one QEW for finance, one do it. Anything and everything you do is in QEW. Whether you connect to a data source, you do it in QEW. You extract data, do it in QEW. Create UI, do it in QEW. Now QED is a data storage file. There are different reasons why this data storage file is there. So basically when you're using QEW, right, you can't directly, always connect to the data source to extract data. You definitely want to do it for the new data, but for the old data, you'd not really want to query the database again and again, right? So there should be a mechanism where the old data should be stored in ClickView format, so that we just extract the new data from the database and use the existing old data from the ClickView format. So ClickView brought in a QED format. It's like a flat file. It can't be opened by any application. It can only be opened by a QEW, and the irony is it can only be created by a QEW. So QED can be created only by QEW and can be read only by a QEW. So both, like I said, QEW is the main file, so only that file can do whatever it has to do to the QED. So QED is like a optimized data storage format. It compresses the data 1:10 times almost. So if you have almost 1 GB or 10 GB of data, if you have 10 GB of data, in a QED it will just compress it to 1 GB. So that's the optimization that is there. Suppose a QEW takes 1 hour to read data from a database. The same data from a QED, it will take 1 minute to read. So there is certain amount of optimization which we'll see during our training what optimization, I mean, where do we use QED or how do we use QED and what is the time optimization. So that a QVS is just a script file. So in SQL, if you have like you have already gone through SQL, there's something called as stored procedures, right? So in stored procedures are nothing but a repetitive, like a script which is stored. You can call it anytime. So while you are doing any programming, you can keep calling that script. That script will execute, give you the result. Similarly, you can store a specific script in QVS file, which can be a common script. So in suppose you have 4 applications: finance, HR, operations, sales, and the script is common between all the 4 applications, QEWs. You don't have to write the script 4 times in those QEW. You can just keep calling this QVS script file, and it will execute the script within this file. It is a normal text file, but it is stored in a .qvs format. It can always be read by like a text editor, Notepad or a Notepad++. Now these were the 3 main file types when ClickView started. Like I said, QED can be read only by QEW or created by a QEW. This was becoming a challenge because if you had to integrate like ETL tools like Informatica, Teradata and all, the process of creating QEDs had to be done second time. So Informatica would create a data warehouse. From the data warehouse, a QED had to be created. So this was like 2-step process. To eliminate that, they integrated with Informatica and came out with a QVX format. Ideally, QVX and a QED format are same. So basically both are data storage formats only. All the properties are same. Only thing is a QVX file can be created by third-party applications. Like Informatica, Teradata. These are ETL tools, right? So in Informatica, there is an integration methodology where Informatica will pump data to database, also create a QVX file simultaneously. So you skip the 2-step process and utilize the integration methodology. So we'll see how QVX can help us, but technically QVX and QED both are exactly the same. There is absolutely no difference between both. So it can also compress data. Both QED can compress data. Only difference is QVX can be created by a third-party application. QED is only ClickView file. The acronyms of this is not great. It's basically QEW is ClickView work file, QED is ClickView data file, QVS is ClickView script file, and QVX is ClickView data exchange file. So these are the 4 main file types in ClickView. To coming back to the desktop edition, so the desktop client is what we require for our development. So this desktop client looks something like this, like you have already used it. You can start a new QEW file and then work around with it. So the UI is basically straight, so you can create charts like how you create it in Excel and all. But to create, you need data. For data, you'll have to go to File, Edit Script, and then do the scripting over here. Okay. Do you have any questions or doubts in the file types, or you have any specific thing that you want me to demonstrate in ClickView for your better understanding?
Yeah, I am getting it. I don't have any questions now.
Okay. Okay. So basically in ClickView, I'll just show you how to connect to the database. So you have the ODBC. Most of the databases use the generic connection, that is ODBC or OLEDB. So you pick any one of these, say connect. So I have the AdventureWorks, that is the SQL server. I've set the database for connection. So a string is created. When I do select, it will allow me to select the tables from the SQL server or the database table. So you can say sales order header. So technically I got the table over here. So sales order header. I just say okay. Reloaded. The connection is created to the database. 31,000 records were fetched from the table. So that is what this script says. Now once I have the tables, now I can do whatever. If I want to see what is the table, preview the table, I can go to the table viewer. So you can see the sample data that is available in the entire table. So we have subtotal, tax amount, freight, total due. So maybe if you want to create a chart for territory ID is the tax amount. So it's just like in Excel, create chart. So you select a chart type, select the dimension, how you select it in Excel. So over here you pick territory ID. Then similarly write in small expression, sum of territory ID, right? And you're good to go. The other properties of the chart is the visualization, how you want it to be visualized, multicolor, not. But over here, overall, you understand which territory is paying the highest tax amount within a fraction of a second. Now, the best part is you can reuse this chart. So, like in any other tool, you don't really have to recreate the chart. You can just copy paste this chart. So I copy pasted it. Go back, flip the dimension, flip any other dimension you want to. So maybe you want ship address, ship method ID. So you have got this ship method ID. Copy paste, flip the chart type. So you can continuously do this however you want the chart type to be. Due date, salesperson ID. So we'll see the data according to salesperson ID. There are various different, like this is a box plot. It just gives you, instead of pie, it gives you what? The overall box. So there's a couple of salesperson ID which is blank. So this is something how you can do few things. So there are a lot of options. So set analysis is the most powerful option in QlikView. So during our training we'll see how to create those, use set analysis. It's basically without doing a lot of complex things, you can still achieve very complex things using set analysis. That's the overall QlikView training, or this is how you do it. So if you have any specific thing, I can demonstrate, or maybe we can continue our session during our training. Yeah, it's been a quick demo. It's been a quick demo because we didn't have a lot of participants. Generally, we have the doubts take away the questions, the time basically. Do you have any questions?
Yes, the only one, like, will we be working on even, will you be showing how to work, create that QVX?
QVX, no, basically I don't have a third-party application which can create a QVX file, but it is no different. So it's just that in that Informatica option, it will not be like a QlikView developer work. It is more like Informatica person. So in the Informatica, there is just an add-on for QlikView, which they have to install with Informatica, and they can create. So QVX file will be more or less like QED file. So there will be no difference in it. So if I have to be precise.
No, I got the they are same, but the thing is, I just wanted to understand like whether you will be covering that, or like how to create that. That's I wanted to understand. That's all.
No, yeah. As of now, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with the demo.
Okay.
I also wanted to know, how soon these sessions will be, how soon you will be starting the session, and for how long it will go?
So basically, we start as soon as we get two students. So like a minimum of 2 to 3 member batch, we immediately start. We don't hold on. There's no specific date. I think one person is like already signed up or planning to start. So if you confirm, we can start for both of you, maybe as early as like day after tomorrow, or probably starting next week Monday. So,
And
but
what?
yeah, like I said, it was a
Also, what?
30. It's a 30-day training, so it will be roughly around more or less 30 days. In case you take more time, so maybe another 5 to 6 days we add to those 30 days.
Okay. After the training, will you be giving like along with the training, you will be giving the practical work, right?
Right, right. Along
Okay.
with the training, and post the completion of training, I'll give you a small use case like a project, which you'll have to do it on
Okay.
your like
Okay. And also wanted to know about the fee structure. You'll be telling now, or you'll be mailing me about the same?
you can go through that post the completion.
Sorry, sorry, fee structure I'm asking about.
Yeah, I think Raidu will discuss more on that. Right, right. Raidu will discuss with
I
you
did.
about the fee structure and all. So I'll let him know. You can give your feedback.
Yeah, you
No,
can.
you are discussing with Raidu, right, about the thing?
Yeah.
You are
Okay.
in discussion. Yeah. Raidu is gonna help you out. Don't worry, they'll send you the details about that.
Okay. 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 I'm fine.
Okay. All right then.
Mm.
It was nice talking to
Ah,
you, Alpana.
same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you
nice
for
day.
attending this. Same to you. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.